Boss thought he was swinging the hammer of authority by demanding a doctor's note for a simple fever, but he didn't realize he was handing me the nails to seal his own coffin, and the doctor was more than happy to provide the wood. The digital screech of my alarm at 6 a.m. felt less like a wake-up call and more like a physical assault. My head was throbbing with a pressure that suggested my brain had swollen 2 sizes too big for my skull. I fumbled for the snooze button, my limbs heavy and uncooperative. I was burning up. This wasn't just a lack of sleep. This was the flu, the kind that feels like you've been run over by a truck and then put in a freezer. I grabbed my phone, squinting against the harsh light. I knew I couldn't drive, let alone manage the logistics floor at Apex Supply. I opened my chat with Marcus. He was a micromanager who viewed sickness as a personal insult to his productivity metrics. Me, Marcus, I can't come in. Fever is high, dizzy, nausea, taking a sick day. His reply came instantly, vibrating against my chest. Marcus, bad timing, Elias. The Q1 audit is tomorrow. We are already down 2 people. I need you here. I groaned. Me, I'm contagious and can't stand up without the room spinning. I'd be useless. Marcus, look, it's a critical period. Policy says I need proof. If you aren't here, I need a signed doctor's note by 5 p.m. No note, no job. We can't carry dead weight. I stared at the ultimatum. He knew I had a high deductible. He was betting I'd choose work over a $100 bill, but the fever had burned away my patience. If he wanted a note, he'd get one. I dragged myself out of bed, shivering violently. The drive to urgent care was a nightmare of blurry brake lights and suppressed nausea. I arrived at 8:45 a.m., paid my $50 copay, and waited in a plastic chair while a child screamed in the corner. When Dr. Sylvia Harrow finally saw me at 10:30 a.m., she took one look at my sweating face and shook her head. Viral flu, she said. Why are you here, Elias? You need bed rest, not a waiting room. My boss, I rasped. He said if I don't have a note, I'm fired. He forced me to come in. Dr. Harrow froze. She looked at my chart, BP 150/95, temp 102.4, and then at me. Her eyes narrowed. He forced a contagious patient with hypertension to drive in traffic for a note. He wants me back at 1 p.m. if you clear me. Dr. Harrow laughed, a cold, sharp sound. Oh, I'll write him a note. She grabbed her prescription pad, scribbling furiously. She stamped it with a heavy thud that echoed in the small room. Here, she said, handing it to me with a shark-like grin. I'm legally mandating a 2-week quarantine. Diagnosis: acute influenza and stress-induced hypertension. If you work, you risk cardiac strain. If he violates this, he's violating a medical order. I looked at the paper. 14 days strict quarantine. No remote work. Go home, Elias, she said, and tell him if he calls you, he can answer to me. I walked out feeling a strange sense of victory. I drove home, collapsed on the couch at 11:30 a.m. and fired up my laptop. Don't miss when I drafted the email to Brenda, the head of HR. She famously despised Marcus because he constantly tried to bypass protocol to boost his department's efficiency numbers. And how my boss got defeated. Click here to watch full video.